This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Made in Australia.
G'day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. We hope you are having a wonderful day. I am Brother Morgan Goodfellow from the Ecclesiastical District of Queensland, from the local congregation of Townsville, coming to you live from the land down under, the great southern land, Australia. Welcome back to another episode of INCRadio Made in Australia. You're tuned into another episode where we highlight passions that bring meaning to our lives. Today, we're talking about music as a hobby once again, and how picking up instruments like the guitar, piano, or ukulele can become more than just learning notes and chords. It's about finding joy in practice, expressing creativity, and using music as a positive part of our daily routine. And as always, I am not alone today. I am joined by the very talented, very lovely host, Sister Carmina. Sister, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Hello, Brother Morgan. It is such a great joy to be here again today. I'm Sister Carmina, everybody. I'm from the local congregation of North Brisbane, coming live from Brisbane, Australia. Today, I am so excited because we're joined by a guest who has embraced music as a personal hobby, someone who finds joy in playing instruments and learning new songs simply for the love of it. They'll talk about how their interest in music began, how it naturally fits into their everyday routine, and the quiet but meaningful ways it has shaped their growth. We're also going to take time to reflect on how making music can build confidence, bring people together, and deepen our appreciation for the opportunities to learn and create here in Australia. Before we get into our program, we would like to first thank our loyal viewers and listeners. Let's watch Mates of MIA, Made in Australia.
From the bushland to the beaches and everywhere in between, let's thank this week's Mates of Mia.
To the Mates of Made in Australia. I believe we're getting a lot of comments from our live chat, Brother Morgan.
Absolutely. Sister Carmina, their love and support is constantly overflowing. We'd love to give a quick shout out to all the early bird listeners joining us today. We have Car Renalyn Marjan from the local congregation of Mackay who says, greetings to all. Happy viewing from Mackay congregation. Thank you so much for tuning in, Car Renala. We have Car Esmeraldo Dingle Jr., who says, greetings, Paul, from Alice Springs in the middle of Australia. Alice Springs group worship service. Thank you for tuning in, Car Esmeralda. Paul. We have Car Renalyn Embargo, one of our very loyal supporters, constantly tuning in each and every week, who says, happy watching, Paul, from Melbourne. We have Car Melanie Familiaran and Car Wendell Familiaran, Familiaran family from Dandenong. Happy watching, Paul. Thank you so much for tuning in, Familiaran family. We have Car Marlon Lebaticu. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your last name, Paul. Thank you for tuning in. Car Marlon says, happy viewing, Paul. Mga kapatid. Hashtag kasi. We have Car Andrew Farales, who says, enjoy watching brethren from Midland, Western Australia. Thank you for tuning in, Car Andrew. Car Jerica Manguit, who says, greetings to all from Adelaide. Car Marvin Ferreira, who says, happy viewing, Paul, from Melton. Car Leah Ismaili, who says, happy viewing, Paul, from Perth. We have Car Dennis Velasco, who says, good day to everyone and happy viewing from Minchinbury. Thank you for your support, Car Dennis. And last but not least, we have Car Ruben Asino, forgive me, Paul. Thank you so much, Carl Ruben, for tuning in, who says, happy viewing, Paul. And also Car Jade Lyndon Ireas, who says, good day, Paul. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you haven't already, don't forget to click our like, share, subscribe buttons, as well as the little notification bell to stay up to date with all of INCradio Made in Australia's updates. Stay tuned because you're watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCradio Australia Satellite Studios, one of the official satellite studios of INCradio.
It doesn't take something big to show love. The right and thoughtful choices made with care can make a parent smile and turn an ordinary day into something special.
Dishes done, floors clean, a surprise mom and dad when they get here.
Wow! Hello, son.
Mom, you're early.
The house looks great.
Plus, I'm done with my assignments.
Oh, really? Oh. You always do your chores without being told. We see your effort, Carl, and we're proud of you. Here, we got you something.
What? How'd you know I want this? Thank you.
A child who brings joy to their parents is blessed even without asking. In the same way, when we live to please God, He gives us more than we could ever hope for. A reminder from Made in Australia, brought to you by INCradio Australia Satellite Studio. Made in Australia. Love music or thinking of learning an instrument? Join us on INCradio Made in Australia as we explore music as a hobby, how playing and creating music can bring joy, discipline, and purpose into everyday life. Tune in this Sunday, February 8 at 3 p.m. Philippine Time or 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time as we discuss how music inspires creativity, builds connections, and supports personal growth. Don't miss it!
Welcome back to INCradio Made in Australia, brought to you by INCradio Australia Satellite Studio. Without further ado, let us introduce our guest today. Brother Larry, welcome to INCradio Australia. How are you doing today?
Hello po, sister, brother Morgan. Hello po to all the viewers po in all over the world po. And I am brother Larry Garcia Jr. po, 34 years old, and currently living in the Queen's Park, local congregation of Queen's Park po, in the district of Western Australia. And I'm I'm also a deacon in our congregation and also the booklet president.
Wow, so you're all the way in Western Australia. How is the weather there today?
It's quite hot today, around 38 to almost 40 degrees. So sweating like a river.
Okay, Brother Larry, could you please tell me a bit more about yourself? As you know, this is the first time I'm meeting you, so thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Dinpo, for inviting me.
I wanted to ask po, so you're here today kasi po, you've got a talent in music, I heard.
Yes, quite.
Yes? Are you going to sing for us today?
Hopefully po, but right now, perfect timing, my throat is quite swell po. But I can try to play an instrument na lang po.
Okay. Which instruments do you currently play?
I have my acoustic guitar here. I also have electric guitar on my back, and also a keyboard or / piano, as they call it.
Wow. So you can play multiple different instruments.
Yes po, I'm one of those type that willing to learn from another skills, also explore different types of musical instrument po.
Wow, that's really so cool. I wanted to check also because I heard as well that you've just recently moved to Australia about maybe a few years ago, like
Yes,
3 years into Australia.
Yes po.
So how has that been? How has the transition? Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Philippines in the province of Pampanga, which they call it the culinary capital of the Philippines. So every time they asking me, where are you from? I'm from Pampanga, and they always say that, oh, it means you can cook good food. So
really?
That's my province. Shout out to all my friends in Pampanga.
That's awesome. Can you cook a few meals, Brother Larry? What are your best meals that you're really expertise at?
I'm a Kapampangan, so my fried food is sisig.
Okay. All right. That's good. I just wanted to check also, is there anyone you want to greet before we begin?
Just right now, just my dad, because his birthday is almost near. So I'll do the rest later.
So he's watching today.
I told them to watch.
That's good. That's really good. Okay, so I just wanted to also greet my mom who's also watching. Hi, Mom. So, Brother Larry, with your music, did you begin learning music in the Philippines, or where did you start learning?
Yeah, so I learned music. I first started learning musical instrument when I was 30 years old during my first year high school. So way back then, music, especially original Filipino music, or as they call it as OPM, is quite popular back then.
Yes.
And it's also like a go-to for a guy to learn a music. So also to impress different people, especially those crushes.
So that is how you met your wife?
Nah.
No? Okay.
Nah, I mean, she fell in love with me because I can play instrument. But during my teenage year, different girls.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So what age were you when you started? Like, what was your first instrument and what age were you?
Like what I mentioned, I was 13 years old, and
wow.
my first instrument was an acoustic guitar.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can't say I play any instrument, but I did try the piano. Brother Morgan, do you play an instrument?
I used to dabble in a bit of guitar, Sister Carmina. I don't think I'm as talented as our very talented host today, Brother Larry. But yes, I used to play a bit of guitar. I do a bit of songwriting when I have, that spare time. But yeah, it's always very interesting to learn. I'm probably looking at maybe after this episode, I feel a bit more inspired to maybe pick up a guitar again and kind of jump back into it. In our audience, if you're there in the live chat, let us know if you have any talents, especially when it comes to your music aspirations. If you like to play guitar, if you play piano, ukulele, and the likes, we'd love to hear from you, and potentially we could have you on the show for upcoming episodes. Brother Larry, we'll circle back to you. We want to get a bit of an understanding about what your family, how your family may have inspired you in regards to your aspirations and your kind of, I guess, hobbies and careers in your music aspirations. But
Yes. First of all, hello, mom. If you're watching, my biggest idol, and I still remember the time that if we have a family banding, one of the go-to of our family is to do karaoke, and also everyone knows that every Filipino loves karaoke so much. So when I was young, I was seeing my mom singing karaoke like Celine Dion and stuffs like that, and was fascinated by her voice. And then that's that. When I first started playing music, she was the one who supported me, listened to my music, even though I'm still new to that passion, struggling to play a decent song. But she was like there, supported me on buying my first guitar. So my mom is my biggest idol, and now she was keep telling me that she is my biggest fan. So shout out to
amazing,
my
brother.
mom.
So nice to hear Sister Carmina. It runs in the family. All the more to be brought up in a family-orientated music scene is such a blessing to have, Carl Larry Paul. So we will the more look forward to possibly joining you there in your local congregation in Queen's Park for maybe a karaoke evening. I just can't wait to see your talent, brother. We'll continue our discussion. Carl Larry, how did music become a hobby for you more than rather than just a school or casual activity, Pop?
So music became a hobby for me because even though it's beyond school requirements, and it turns out to be something I genuinely love and enjoyed. Learning the guitar allowed me to express myself and connect the music I love, and especially the popular original Filipino music. At that time, I was fascinated on how they manage to compose music and how the melodies are being made. So that's the factors that I was hooked up on how to play guitar, and that's the reason now I'm enjoying music.
So, with your inspiration, Carl Larry, how did you begin to play? Where did you start learning? How did you start learning? Was it through lessons? Were you self-taught, or maybe a mix of both? But
Um, During my teenage year, there's no such thing as YouTube tutorial. The kids now are quite fortunate. Snap of a finger, they can look for a guitar tutorial of their favorite song. But during my time, it's so hard to finish one song. You need to listen carefully. Sometimes I tend to record a song directly to the radio and then play it to to my earphones. Try to figure out the lyrics, also the chords, and how to do it on my own. And there's also some things like that I can use, like the song hits, as they call it in the Philippines. It's like a magazine with different songs from different artists and bands. Then there's a guide on how to play it. So that's I was just self-taught, and some of my friends told me that I have I mean, I'm gifted because my ear can just simply listen to a song and then started to figure it out on my own. So
yeah, it's an amazing talent to have, brother, especially with the lack of resources you had when you were first beginning. As you mentioned, they have those YouTube tutorials now, but back when you first started, you didn't have that. So all you had was your inspiration, your fascination with music, and being able to receive that inspiration through songs, giving you that inspiration. You were self-taught or taught yourself how to play those songs. It's very inspirational, brother. And again, it does take a lot of talent. We'll further extract that talent and where it kind of stems from later on in our discussion. But when it comes to your inspiration, brother, and your progress, how do you usually practice? And how do you stay consistent? Maybe for some of our audience who might have those aspirations or inspirations after watching this episode, they might want to know maybe where they can they kind of start, or how they should be practicing, and what they should do to remain in that progress.
Okay, so as you mentioned, brother, I usually practice by playing songs that I love. So when I was young, there's a song that was planted in my ears, and I'm trying to figure it out how to play it. So that's the reason I started playing guitar. I want to play that specific song because that song was like, it's also popular back then. At the same time, the melody and the lyric is so amazing. So I was hooked up. I told myself I want to learn from this song. And then I make it a habit to practice regularly, even it's a little each day. Simple progress makes progress, as they say.
Yes,
I, yeah,
agree. That is so true.
and yes,
Consistency.
yeah, focusing on improving my timing, chord progression, chord change, and also um, also make sure that staying consistent on what you do is a must. You need to dedicate yourself on making sure that if you planted to your mind that you want to learn a thing, make sure it's a habit that you practice until you at least attain that level that you can say, okay, I'm getting used to it. And then you will find yourself that, okay, the hard part before is now the easiest part for you because of your patience, because of your dedication, and
Yes.
because you allot your time to practice.
Yes, consistency is really key, Brother Larry. I totally agree. Brother Larry, from the Philippines to Australia, there would have been a lot of changes in your life. So, in terms of your lifestyle, your time, and especially family time with your family, what have been the differences from living in the Philippines and then moving to Australia? And is there a difference from the music industry in the Philippines to Australia? Like, is it different, like in the ways of approaching music?
Yes, there's quite a big difference, especially way back in the Philippines. The songs are more catchier. The songs are, as they call it, hugot. I mean, you can really relate to the lyrics. But
Yeah.
here, yeah, but
Sorry, Brother Larry. So when you say hugot, just for any
yes,
who don't know Tagalog, hugot
yeah,
means deep. So something
yeah,
very, very deep. Um,
yes, that's right.
yeah, just for the viewers out there who are not sure of that word, but
Yeah.
thank you, Brother Larry. Yeah.
So, yeah, so like what I mentioned, in the Philippines, most of the songs are relatable. It's either being in love, being sad, being happy. But I find myself here in Australia still adjusting on the music because some of the musics here are, as of now, they're listening to rap music, and some of the words are quite explicit.
Mm.
Some words are quite harsh, but there's also some artists that manage to catch up my attention.
Oh, can
Yeah.
you tell me what are like the genres that you enjoy playing or listening to the most?
Um, I tend to listen to different genre. It's like exploring. So, but my main go-to genre is acoustic, alternative rock. Um, what do you call this one? It's sentimental. So that's the main genre. I also love song, but now I'm trying my best to listen to more songs that are relatable within life experience because
Yes.
some artists tend to express their life through music. So I want to listen to a song with a deeper backstory, something like that.
Yeah, so that's very nice. So, do you also compose your own songs or do you like to do covers on other songs?
When I was young, I tend to just do covers. I find it easier, plus because if the song is famous, it's easier to the other people to sing along with the song. But now, as I go older, I find myself composing my original song, and that's my way of expressing, like storytelling my life story, also the struggles that I've been going through, and also the trials that I already managed to conquer. So through composing music, it's like telling it to your diary, and then just adding up some musical instrument and also your voice on it.
So,
Yeah.
Brother Larry, we understand now that you're living in Australia, your schedule might be quite busy. We understand you're a very active member of the Church of Christ with your respective offices and duties of the Iglesia Ni Cristo, as well as your work schedule. How do you manage to maintain practicing even when you're so busy or possibly maybe a bit overworked? But
Yep. So that's a good question, brother. So the thing that keeps me occupied on doing music is like doing our worship service. Even though you're busy in life, you have so many things to do, you're working, some of us are studying, you're doing different things in life, but at the end of the day, you still manage to insert an effort to doing what you love.
Yes.
As a Christian, yeah, as a Christian, we love serving God, so we don't have a reason not to do it.
Yes, we
It's
make the time, we sacrifice, we make a way.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. That's the same thing. That's the same idea in doing music. Even though now I'm still working, doing church activities, doing my roles in the congregation, and especially now I have a son, 2 months old. So even though still struggling to adapt to the changes, I'm still doing my passion on playing music, and also maybe this is the way to express myself to my son. I want to sing a song instead of playing different sounds from other YouTube stuffs like that. Why not make your own song? Make a lullaby for him. I find it enjoyable,
Oh,
and I
that's
that's
want
so
beautiful.
yeah.
nice, Sister Carmina, Brother Larry. Your inspiration sort of seems to stem from a lot of family-orientated values, brother. It's very inspiring to hear. For all of those who are joining us today, we'd love to hear from you and how maybe your inspiration for music contributes to your lifestyle and what how you're able to convey your emotions into those music aspirations. Kyle Larry, we want to get a bit of an understanding of what habits have made the biggest difference for you to improve within your music progression. But
Yes, well, so the habits that I changed during my progression is I find it more relaxing to practice, even one song is hard. So dedication is a must. Patience is a virtue, as they say. You need to dedicate yourself on a thing that you want to do. You want to if you want to progress, you need to help yourself to practice, even though sometimes you feel like I want to give up. I want to stop this. It's not in it's done. No, if you want to do things that you love, you will find a way to adapt on the situation even though it's hard. So that's the thing that I told myself. I love what I'm doing. I need to exert effort on this. I need to make sure that I'm enjoying it. As they say, do the things that you love. That's it.
Yes, that's very truly inspirational. It's very important that you do something that you love because when you do it with love, nothing is impossible. Isn't that correct? It's like
Exactly.
when, you know, we love to devote our time to our Lord God. We can conquer anything in our talents, in our duties, in the line of work that we do. Isn't that right, Brother Larry?
Yes, Bob. That's very true, Bob.
What are like the most memorable experiences from the beginning and to now with your talent of music?
Um,
What are like the memories that are so unforgettable, that are so
okay.
beautiful and have helped you overcome challenges or have made a milestone into your life?
Okay, yes po. So, I would just want to share a short story po about my journey about music. So, one song um, made an impact on me, and it was a Filipino band. Their song hit me so good that I told myself I want to learn that song so I can sing it to my granddad before he passed away. So I told myself, make sure that that song is meaningful to you. So even though it's 15 years ago, but every time I'm hearing that song, it's still giving me chills, still flashing back all the memories of my teenage year, to all the people I sang that song, my granddad, my grandmom, the people who listen to me while I'm playing that song. So that's the thing that motivated me to keep going on my music journey. Yeah.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Brother Larry. Before we move on, I just want to say hello to all our live viewers watching right now. And if you can comment, if you have resonated with music, we'd like to hear about it. Please comment down below. And I also wanted to greet Sister Maylin Ramos. Happy viewing po from the local congregation of Queen's Park. We also have Sister Erin Rapido. Hello po from the local congregation of Shepperton. And we also have, so many people. Thank you so much for everybody for watching. Brother Bernard Rivera, happy viewing po from the local congregation of Melton. We've got Sister Cecilia Guanzing. She said, you are an inspiration po. Brother Larry, congratulations po on your 2-month-old baby po. We love INC Radio. Greetings from the local congregation of Shepperton. Oh, you have a baby, 2 months old.
Yes po.
So wonderful. Congratulations po. So you sing lullabies to the baby.
I make my own lullaby for him.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And if you one day, when the time comes, what is an instrument that you hope your son will learn?
I want my son to learn different music instrument, but my main go-to instrument is I want him to learn piano, so he can be an organist when he's going old. Because now his mom is a choir member, so I want to pass down my talent plus his mom's talent for singing.
Oh, that's beautiful. What about you, Brother Morgan? Is there any instruments that you would want to pass on for your children to learn?
Yeah, absolutely. After hearing Brother Larry's explanation of how he wanted to pass his passions for piano on to his son, to all the more contribute to the songs of faith, love, and hope, and the hymns inside the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ is very inspiring. And all the more, if it was to be anything, it'd definitely be to pursue, a duty as an organist inside the Church of Christ to contribute those talents to, praising and glorifying our Lord God, Carl Larry. And again, congratulations to your newborn, and all the best for the upcoming future for you and your family. Sister Carmina, I believe we still have a few more comments coming in for Carl Larry.
Yes, we do. Just give me one moment, please. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties with my chat box. Brother Larry, could you please read them out for us?
So we have Ka Janet Galang. She says, happy viewing for everyone from Katara City. We have Ka Virgin Mabulak, who says, happy Sunday. Also, Ka William Tarez Manabat, who says, greetings from the Mabulak family. A lot of support from Shepperton. Brethren, continue to send through all of your comments. We'll be with you there in the live chat shortly. For now, we are going on a quick break, so stay tuned because you're watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studios of INC Radio.
Made in Australia.
I really love watching Made in Australia because it not only helps me discover new things, but it serves as our family bonding time.
Well, Made in Australia is just so versatile. It has everything. It showcases all the different congregations and GWSs of Australia, all of their talents, their hard work, life advices, everything like that. Getting to know all the brethren all across the country is just so beautiful to see. They also give so many advices like renting, investing, businesses. I remember one episode about your essentials in a long drive, and that's definitely needed in Australia. It also showcases Australia as well. All the different cities, all the beautiful scenics. It's just so beautiful to watch. And it's just, you can learn so many things from these episodes.
Made in Australia. Made in Australia.
All right, and welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio. If you're just tuning in today, we are talking about how learning to play instruments such as the guitar, piano, or ukulele can become more rewarding as part of everyday life. And today we are joined by the very talented brother Larry Garcia Jr. from the local congregation of Queen's Park in the Ecclesiastical District of Western Australia, who is sharing with us his experiences as we extract his journey and his talents within his music aspirations. Carl Larry, thank you again for joining us for this episode. Brother, as we continue on with our discussion, we want to get a bit of an understanding. You earlier mentioned, Paul, you write your own music. Can you share with us a little bit more about that? What's your inspiration? And in any way, does it stem from, we understand you're an active member of the Iglesia Ni Cristo or Church of Christ. Does your inspiration in any way stem from your faith, Paul?
Yes, po, brother. Most of all the songs that I compose are based on my life history, or I mean the life story. So it's so wonderful to express the time that you manage to endure a hardship. It's so beautiful to say thank you to our Lord God through music, because when I was like facing such hard times, that's the time I was like reflecting on myself. And then at the end of the day, if you find yourself in a better situation after the whole hardship, that's the time you will say that God didn't forbidden you. I mean, God didn't forsake you for whatever reason, even though I know in myself I'm not a perfect servant. I'm quite a sinful person, but every time I was contemplating and calling God through my prayers, and then He is answering all my prayers. That's the time that making music makes me feel better, especially if making music is for our Lord God in heaven. So, yeah.
You know, Brother Larry, that's so inspirational. I'm sure all of our audience joining us today, if not most of them, can relate 100% to, you know, the hardships that we endure, especially when it comes to conveying songs of faith, love, and hope. All the more return to how our Lord God's able to help us through those. And as members of the Church of Christ, that's our core belief. Even though we go through hardship, our Lord God at the end of the day is basically working for the good of those who love him. For so even if we experience hardships, it's amazing to see that you're able to contribute your talent and reflect it to God's glory, and how he's all the more able to help you through times of joy, times of sadness, and how our Lord God's blessed you with that talent to all the more praising. Carl Larry, I can't wait to see what you produce in the future, but contributing to our songs of faith, love, and hope inside the Church of Christ or the Iglesia Ni Cristo, brother. So maybe for some brethren or our audience joining us today who are looking at joining or getting started, taking inspiration from today's episode within their music aspirations, what's some advice you would give to someone who wants to start learning an instrument, Bob?
Yes, po. To all viewers po that are planning to start playing instrument or any musical instrument po, my advice would be start small and be patient. You cannot learn in one go. You need to dedicate yourself. Focus on learning songs you enjoy. If the song is like touching your soul, and the meaning is like giving you chills to the bones. That's the reason for you to, okay, I want to learn this song. So find a song that will give you inspiration to learn music. And then when you find yourself starting to encourage yourself, "Ah, I want to learn music," you don't just settle with just guitar. Explore different musical instrument. There's quite a lot out there, because sometimes when you don't know how to play guitar, you will tell yourself, maybe I'm not really into music. But deep inside, there's a lot of musical instrument. Maybe you should try to play piano. Maybe that's God's way of telling you, okay, I want you to learn piano, keyboard, organ. So maybe in the future you can be an organist in your congregation, something like that. Don't
Yeah,
settle. Yes, but
that's so beautiful. I think that's also why our Lord God has given
yeah,
us
exactly.
multiple talents, multiple resources, because there is something for everyone out there. Right, Brother Larry?
But yes, but
What?
then also,
Oh, you go on.
then
Go ahead.
okay, but then also try to slow down when situations are quite hard. Don't, because sometimes frustration is the biggest factor that you give up on the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel so stressed, you feel frustrated because you're rushing yourself. don't don't ever do that. Don't
Yes.
say, I want to give up, I want to give up playing guitar, because as a Christian, we're Christian, saying giving up is never in our vocabulary. Don't ever say, I want to give up. Even in just a simple thing, just playing guitar, you will find yourself as a Christian when you can say that, okay, I want to continue even though it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Always remember, Christians often endure hard times for a better situation. That's
Yeah.
the same principle in music.
That is beautiful, Brother Larry. I strongly believe in that, that in any talent that we do, and any hard situations where we're trying to achieve something, it is always important to remember that we source our strength and inspiration from our Lord God. And that, anything we ask for guidance with, our Lord God will help us go through and surpass those situations. Is there anything you could advise to our listeners out there who want to grow both in music? How would you advise them to take it step by step? Where would they begin? Like, how would you encourage them to find the right instrument for them? You said to try them all, but how
Yes.
could we really advise them the way where they can stay consistent, and that, obviously that they don't give up, that they, keep trying?
Yes po. For me, I have a principle of, when I want to try a thing, if it takes you 2 to 3 weeks to a month that you're doing that thing, it means you're getting used to it. But
Yes.
if you find yourself, okay, I'm not really into this instrument, you can try a different one,
Yeah.
because you will feel it inside you. You
Yeah.
can you can I mean, there's an instinct inside you that, okay, maybe this is the one for me. I want to pursue this instrument. And little did you know, you're going to get used to it. You will find yourself enjoying. I can't imagine the time that I was struggling just to progress one chord, then try to change breath, and then having a callus on my finger. Sometimes it's bleeding because I'm getting cuts because of the
Yeah.
guitar strings. But I told myself, I'm going to dedicate myself in this thing because I want to learn this one, and I love doing this. And the moment you said that those words, that you're enjoying the things that you do, it will help you more on discovering what will be the things you can learn more in the future. Trust yourself, enjoy, and also give time to relax. Don't rush. One step at a time.
Yes. Thank you so much. What are the important values from learning and playing music do you carry into your faith, Brother Larry? How, where is the link and connection to it?
Yeah. As we all know, we have music in our church. We have the hymns of praises. It's a
Yes.
form. It's a form of expressing our gratitude and love to our loving Father in heaven. So music has taught me patience, discipline, dedication, which is most of our choir members spend their time practicing, especially before the worship service. They dedicate themselves to perfect themselves to on singing the hymns of praises, which are the values I carried into my faith. It's also showed me the importance of listening, being present,
Yes.
and expressing gratitude, especially when playing hymns and listening to the songs in the worship service. Through music, I've learned that serving God isn't just about action. It's about heartfelt expression and consistency, which strengthened both my faith and my role in the church community. So through hymns of praises, sometimes it's like touching your souls directly. Imagine yourself during the worship service in the congregational singing before before you stand up for the prayer. Sometimes you will find yourself crying a lot because the words from the choir and from the hymnal book was like directly hitted you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the words that you want to express but cannot find the words.
I've
Then,
noticed that it's amazing how the things that we want to say but we can't put into words, when we listen to the hymns, it all makes sense. We can see clarity in what we're hearing when we, concentrate and we absorb what is being said in those hymns. I totally agree, Brother Larry. I've witnessed that. That is
So,
very.
Brother Larry, with your music inspirations, how do you all the more use your music to contribute as an active member of the Church of Christ? We understand there's, the songs of faith, love, and hope competitions. Do you take part in any of those in any way? And if so, do you contribute it with other brethren, or is it just like a solo performance? How do you all the more put your inspirations into the works of the church or the Church of Christ spot?
yes, so my hobby for music has deepened my connection to church activities because I often listen to hymns of praises, even though sometimes it's not the worship service, but sometimes I look to the hymnal book of my wife because she's a choir member, and then try to read all the lyrics of our hymns, and then also it helps me to understand more about the words of God, the message of the song. And during the free time of me and also the brethren, you will find someone who has the common interests. So if you find someone who wants to learn from music, you can approach them. Do you want to learn music? I can at least guide you, help you, and that's the form of communication in the brotherhood in the church. And sometimes they will ask you, brother, can you perform during our anniversary, something like that. It's a form of doing your passion at the same time inside the church.
So,
Yeah.
brother, with your passion, or have you been able to express it outside of church activities, and all the more kind of guiding to people in regards to the works of propagation towards the Church of Christ in any way?
Yes, brother. Right now here in Australia, because I have a YouTube channel, also made original music. Sometimes, like what I mentioned, I'm expressing my life journey through music, and then I will let the my friends who are not members of the church yet, I will tell them, do you want to listen to my song? And then they will ask me what's the inspiration behind that song. I will tell them that, oh, because it's because of my faith, my life journey, how God didn't forsake me throughout the years of my life, especially when I came here in Australia as a student visa. Everything is so hard. I need to adapt to the situation. Me and my wife started as a student visa. even we're quite far from our family. Making music is the one that expressing my journey, and then after that, I'm exerting my faith on it. I'm adding the ideas of how God helped me a lot throughout those days, and then that's the time that, oh, your music is so inspiring. My and I remembered one of my workmates said that, how can you still manage to smile even though you're having a hard time? And then that's the time that I told them, God is always on my side, even on the hardest day of my life. And then that's the time they will ask me, maybe I should try to visit your church sometimes, which thank God I managed to invite them a couple of times now.
Oh,
And
that's beautiful.
Yeah, God willing, some of them, or I'm hoping that all of them will be called in the church.
Amazing, Brother Larry. Sister Carmina, it's been such an inspiration having Brother Larry joining us today. Absolute honor and privilege to be able to share his experiences with not just ourselves, but our audience joining us today.
Yes, I think it's amazing how, God blesses us with a talent. And for you, Brother Larry, God has blessed you with music. And not only that, it's really a blessing when you're going through a challenge. You have a talent to utilize as an outlet going through that difficult time. So that is definitely a gift from God. And also, if you have a talent, you're able to invite more people and share about your faith. That is incredible. I'm looking forward to finding my talent, as I definitely would love to invite people the way that you're inviting people into our church, sharing our faith. So keep on the good work, brother. Is there anybody that you want to greet?
Yes po. So my greeting is quite long, so bear with me po. So first of all po, I want to greet my dad. Hi, Daddy. Larry Garcia Sr. He will celebrate. He will celebrate this coming 21st of February, his birthday. I love you so much, Dad. And also my auntie Evelyn, my cousin Justin Lee. They're celebrating their birthdays this month. And for my local congregation of Queens Park, I want to greet Sister Josie Macambra. Happy birthday po. Yesterday was her birthday. And one of our head deacon, Brother from Cuerdo po. Happy birthday po. It will be tomorrow. And also all the brethren in Queens Park and in the District of Western Australia. But all the brothers all over the world po. And special greetings po to our district minister in Western Australia, Brother Nole Esperanza po. Hello po. And our resident minister po, Jumel Remotecado po. Remotecado po. Mahal na mahal ko po kayo. I love you all po.
Amazing. Oh, yes. Continue, Brother Larry.
And special thanks po for special thank you po to INCRadio Made in Australia for inviting me. It's a wonderful experience po. Thank you so much po to all the staffs po who exerted their efforts po. Thank you so much po.
Amazing, Brother Larry. And again, thank you so much for joining us today in our live chat. Continue to send through all of your support for Carl Larry. If you've drawn any inspiration from today's episode and Carl Larry, don't hesitate to all the more send through your greetings, because we love to hear from you. And if in any way Brother Larry's been able to support your inspirations, again, we'd love to hear from you. That'll be our discussion with Carl Larry today. We'll jump into one of our viewers' all-time favorite segments for this episode, Game Time.
It's game time. Let's play.
All right, so we'll have a quick couple of questions as our episode is running out of time for this day. If you're not already aware how Game Time works, for our live chat audience, you'll be typing in your answers, and those who get the correct answer for our special question of the day will be in the running for some INC Radio souvenirs. Don't forget, if you're going to answer, put your full name and local congregation so we know who and where we are sending them to. All right, Koya Tech, let's load up our first question. All right, so how many notes are in a major scale? Sister Carmina, while we wait for our audience to type in their answers, we'll hand this question over to Brother Larry, our professional, our very multi-talented guest for today. Larry, how many notes are in a major scale? And are there minor scales or other sorts of scales? And what is a major scale, Koya?
Yes po, the major scales are, they call it also the familiar chords. We also have the minor chords, which is a tone lower than that. We also have the sharps and the flat chords po. So we have 7 notes po in the music scale, which is the C, D, E, F, G, A, B. That's they call it in the simplest form po is the chords po.
All right, so scales and chords in simplest terms for our audience listening. If you are listening, Koya Larry has given us the source. Let's hear it from Koya Tech if Koya Larry and our audience are correct. Koya Larry is correct. Of course he would be. He is our professional today. Sister Carmina will jump into our next question.
Okay, the question is, something starting with T refers to how fast or how slow the music is.
And while we wait for our answers from the live chat, again, if you are in our audience, we are waiting to hear from you. Don't forget to type in your answer as well as your full name and local congregation. And depending on which question will be answered, you may be in the running for that INC Radio souvenir or mug. While we wait for your answers, we'll hand this one, Sister Carmina, over to Larry. Larry, what do you think this one could be?
The answer will be the tempo. That the tempo is the one who is dictating the pace of the song. So if the tempo is slower, it means the song is more sadder. The higher the tempo, the faster the beat, it means the song will be more energetic and alive, something like that.
In our live viewers, Sister Pam Choi also said tempo. Kuya Tech, what is the answer? Brother Larry is really an expert. He knows it all.
Congratulations, Brother Larry, and congratulations, Sister Pam Choi. Again, send through your full name and local congregation, and you may be in the running for some INC Radio souvenirs. Continue to stay tuned because we do believe that this is our last question, and this will be your chance to win an exclusive Made in Australia mug. Korea Tech, let's load up our last question for this evening. All right, so while we wait for our audience to answer this one, we'll again hand it over to our professional for this day. Larry, what is
Wait, before Brother Larry, before you answer that question, let's see if our live viewers get it right first, because I know you're an expert. I know you'll get this answer right. Let's see if our live viewers will get it right. What is silence in music called? I didn't even know there is silence in the music, but okay.
No, I didn't know.
Learning something every day.
That's right. So if I was to answer this one, Sister Carmina, what is silence in music called? I guess it pretty much answers itself. It's silence, isn't it? That's what I'd have to go with. What would your answer be, Sister Carmina, while we wait for our audience? But
I wouldn't know how to answer this question because I didn't know there is silence, in music. But I guess you're right. It must be just silent.
All right, and we do have an answer from Sister Jean Oriondo from Logan, who has answered rest. Larry, if you were to answer this one, would Sister Jean be correct?
Yes, so the meaning of silence in music is rest, typically used in forms of bands and orchestra. So even though the other instruments are playing the moment you see your notes in the paper that you need to rest, it means you need to stop for a while, let the other instrument continue That's the meaning of silence All
right, it sounds about right. Korea Tech, is Larry and Sister Jean correct Absolutely. Congratulations, Sister Jean. Don't forget to send through your full name and local congregation, and we'll send over your Made in Australia mug. Again, congratulations to all of our participants, our audience in the live chat, for all of your support. in answering those questions. And again, if you have any support or questions for Carl Larry, our expert for today, we'd love to hear from you. Unfortunately, we are running out of time for our episode today, so that will wrap up this episode. Stay tuned this season as we continue exploring what it's like to live, work, and thrive in the land down under.
Thank you to all our viewers, commenters, and guests. Thank you to Christian Era Broadcasting Services Incorporation. Thank you for giving us opportunities like this to create. We hope to see you next episode.
And above all, we thank our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Irania V. Manalo, and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Until then, we will see you all again next week. Take care and God bless.
Made in Australia. Got a hobby you can't stop thinking about? The kind that starts off just for fun but feels like it could be something more? Well, you're in for a treat. In this episode of Made in Australia, we're featuring inspiring brethren from the local congregation of Melton who turned their passion into a thriving business. From humble beginnings to real challenges, they'll share the journey, the lessons, and the mindset that help them keep going and succeed. And who knows, this might be the inspiration you need to finally chase your own dream. So if you're ready to be motivated, encouraged, and inspired, join us this Sunday, February 15, 3 o'clock p.m. Philippine time or 6 o'clock p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Don't miss this special episode of Made in Australia coming soon.